Hey up guys! Welcome back to Piggy Pen's Tube, where today I am officially welcoming winter! So winter is allowed to, hit me in the face now, as is Christmas. I'm embracing it all. I've got my Will Ferrell elf PJs on, which, so cheap that if I walk past the candle I may burst into flames. So not ideal when there's a lot of candlelight around. But yes, I am fully embracing Christmas. It is the night before the 1st of December. And I could have waited to put this video out until tomorrow, but I'm in the mood. I've wrapped up my colouring for November. It's been a lot, but we'll talk about that in another video coming soon. So today we're welcoming winter, as I said, and the way we're going to do it is by taking a look at the pages from those people that coloured along with me in November on this page by Rita Berman in Meine, Durch, Europa. So it's going to be fun. There's myself and 8 others that actually coloured along. So it's not going to be a long video by any means, but I do think it's a lovely way to welcome winter. And if you say it's not winter yet, Joe, I would say to you, well, no, not astrologically speaking, but meteorologically speaking, it is 1st of December. So cheers. I'm having a hot chocolate. Ooh, do you know what we forgot? The one thing you have to do to your hot chocolates at Christmas time is get some cream on. Oh yeah. Oops, that'll do nicely. So I've got hot chocolate with cream, and I've got pen on my fingers, and I've got some Florentines, which I always have at Christmas in the house. I love a Florentine. I don't know really what they are. Well, I can tell what they are. The chocolate melted and then loads of fruit and nuts. Caramelly bits. Delicious. Join me, won't you, as I now take a look at some other pages. I've talked about mine loads in previous videos in the colour alongs. It was a roller coaster, but in the end I'm really happy with it. For me it was all about being a little bit braver with my colour choices and not necessarily doing a tree brown with green leaves, pink flowers, and does the sky always have to be blue? And that was kind of what I was practicing with this page. Let's now take a look at some of the other pages. Just have a quick slurp. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do to drink a hot chocolate with cream in, is it? I won't try and remember exactly how all the spellings are and where the underscores are in these people's socials. Instead, you will be able to see them on screen. So if you are interested, it is one of those videos that you have to actually look at to get the most out of it, I think. So yes, up first, this is Wendy's of Aggie's Art of Colouring. And the thing I love about this is immediately it screams winter, doesn't it? Those icy blues are all chilly and cold. We have that bright winter sky. So I don't know about in other areas of the world, but in the UK, the winter, well, I think it's the same everywhere in everybody's winter, isn't it? The sun sits a lot lower in the sky. So on a bright day, it can be really quite bright. So I think Wendy's captured that here. She's got a lovely bright winter sky. And the blues, if you notice, she's got some blues going on there that are leaning perfectly into that green that she's got going on with the foliage. And I love that. And I'm starting to think, for this season, for this winter, I think frosty blues into frosty greens might be a thing, a trend. I'm a trend spotter now. So yeah, I love those blues, but particularly how they look next to that exact shade of green that Wendy's used there. I just think it's perfect. And then that pop of red on the cabin door just leads your eyes straight in, and she's got some pops of red in the foreground as well, which I think just ties it all in beautifully. So yeah, as soon as I saw this page, I was like, oh, wow. And she finished like way quicker than I did. I think everybody did. So yeah, this is a beautiful page from Wendy. Please check out her socials. I'm pretty sure Wendy is just on Instagram, but I'm sure she'll tell us in comments if she's got a YouTube channel as well. Right, so thank you so much, Wendy, for colouring along. And you were the first one to get your picture in. So I think you sent me it just after I'd finished part one, so thank you very much. And then up next, this is a page from Dana at Dana's Colouring Obsession. She's a fantastic YouTuber and she's also on Instagram. Now, Dana came to me and sort of said, I thought you'd love to see this picture. Sadly, I've already coloured this page, so I can't colour along with you. And I asked her, I said, oh, please can I include it in video? Because it's so lovely. It's such a unique take on a cabin in the woods, particularly with the colour choices, because she's got snow in there, but she hasn't gone for primarily blues or silvers or snowy colours. She's gone for pinks and some beautiful teals if you look at the mushrooms. I love more unusual colour palette choices. I'm not always super brave at actually, choosing more unusual palette choices, but I love it when other people do, and that's what Dana's done here. I love the way she's also shaded. Take a look at that, the way she shaded the snow on the trees. And then she's lined that big piece of snow with a gel pen, and I think that's a really nice way to do snow, so I might try that out myself. So if you are heading into December and you've got lots of snowy pictures, maybe this video will help you, taking some inspiration from some of these colorists who've completed this page. So yep, I love the snow and the way she shaded that with a gel pen. It's a good way of doing snow. And the pink sky, again, not an obvious choice, but we do get some beautiful skies in winter. If you're up early enough to see the sunrise, you get some stunning skies in winter. So yeah, beautiful, just fantastic. And if you like it, it's a total opposite to Wendy's. So Wendy's, we've seen a very strong blue page, and then Dana's gone more pink, so slightly warmer. Just gorgeous, both of them. Thank you very much, Dana, for letting me show this, even though you told me you'd already completed the page. I'm really glad you let me include it, so thanks. Then on to this next piece of original artwork from Zoe at @ZoeLuna_artwork on Instagram. She also has a fantastic YouTube channel. Now, Zoe is somebody I met through YouTube because I think she caught one of my videos and she messaged me and explained that she was interested in what we're talking about, but she's very much in and from the art community. But what we're doing in the colouring community is tending to inspire Zoe at the moment, and she's quite interested in trends that we follow and things that we're doing. So she's put a shout out to her fellow artists to kind of maybe buddy up on things in their art world, if you like, in the world of original art and illustration. So she is a fantastic person to be following on YouTube or Instagram. And let me just tell you before I get into a page, she's also a colouring book illustrator, which I think you can purchase a book on Amazon if I remember rightly. But if I'm wrong, just check out her Instagram where all the details will be. It seems every day of her life, so it is creating and illustrating, and I love the characters that she illustrates. I love her style of illustration. It's perfect for colouring books. And I think did I check her out and ask her if she'd done a colouring book, and it weren't any surprise that she actually had. So yes, please go take a look at her work. She does sell her original art as well. So this is actually a piece of original art and not a colouring page, but Zoe said, I'm following you on YouTube. I'd love to join in if you don't mind. I went, God, no, that'd be brilliant to see somebody else's take on it. So Zoe, inspired by the page that I was colouring, has illustrated her own page and coloured it in. And I love that this captures kind of the end of autumn when we've still got bright days. My cosmos are still only just fading. My cosmos flowers in the garden are only just fading. So I've had a shock of pink right up until this last week, and they've just started dying off because we had our first frost recently up here in Yorkshire. So yeah, this captures the kind of like the end of autumn, and then she's got that lovely sky in the background. It's kind of a misty, frosty, pastel-y vibe, and I adore her work anyway. She's a fantastic illustrator, so please do check her out. And thank you so much, Zoe, for joining in and just showing us your take on it. I love this community for that. Everybody just gets involved. I love it. Thanks ever so much. So next up is Shira and she is at Shiradit on Instagram. Wow, does this hit you in the face or what? the neons and the vibrancy that Shira's created on this page is incredible. It made my eyeballs vibrate. I'm assuming that the word vibrancy and vibrate must be related in some way. But yeah, it made my eyeballs vibrate with pleasure when I first saw this. I love the smoke coming out of the chimney as well. In particular, I think that's a really good effect for smoke coming out of a chimney. It's a scroll stopper again, and as soon as you see this, bam, colour. This is like a colorist dream. And the trees, purple into green, I really like that as well, because I were talking about doing things that, you know, with colour that don't really happen in nature, but actually, if ever you are wanting to gently ease yourself into experimenting with colour, and really when you think of nature, you think of greens, browns, and maybe yellows, you know, like in autumn leaves. If that's kind of your, at the moment, the limit to what you do when you're colouring nature, think about doing purple, because as a gardener and somebody who grows all my own veg, nature does include a lot of purple in its foliages. So I'm growing sprouts at the moment, and the variety name is Red Bull, and they're actually purple and green sprouts. So yeah, purple's a good way of, if you're somebody who only colours nature in nature colours, but you want to step out, try adding some purples in. That's why I chose purples on my page for my trees, because I thought it was an easy way to get into doing that. So yeah, I love this purple into green that Shira's got. And also that rainbow blend in the background that she's blended like from bottom to top or top to bottom between the trees. I love that as well. Fantastic, Shira. Thank you so much for colouring along. And then we have Shemaine, who is at Shemaine Creative Colouring on Instagram. And this is just my vibe. This whole mystical and intense kind of look is what this is the page I would have liked to have done. So thanks, Shemaine, for showing me showing me what I was going for. And I'm so glad it turned out great for you. And the lovely thing is she's done the trees and that background, sort of the frame, is like mine. So she did actually colour along, which is fantastic. I'm super chuffed. But yeah, I think your end result is, you know, it trumps mine somewhat, and I absolutely love it. This is the page that I would like to have done. So yeah, very mystical, I think, the colours that you've chosen. I love the green frosty trees as well. Again, I think frosty greens are going to be, they're certainly kind of a vibe I want to incorporate more. You know, it's my obvious choice for frosty pages and snow is blues. But actually, I think I'm going to try a few more frosty, kind of minty greens for winter. I think it's going to be a vibe. You heard it here first. Hashtag frosty greens for winter 25. So yeah. And she's even got, like on mine, she's got the little blue mushroom, which reminds me that I need to say a big hello to Debbie Hickman and Emma Wheeler, who spotted my little sort of secret message at the end of my colour along video, which means that you now get a big shout out and a hello. So hello, Debbie Hickman and Emma Wheeler. Thanks so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. Back to Shemaine. I also love the gold stars. And I love the snow that she's got on the ground as well. So altogether, just a fantastic page from Shemaine. Well done, and thank you for colouring along. And up next, Derek at The Colour Immersed submitted his page. Again, another punch you in the face scroll stopper. This is Bright's done right. I mean, I think he's used every pencil in his box, but it works. Sometimes you can try that. You can just go mad for colour, and it doesn't always work, but I think here it really does for Derek. So well done, Derek. Your colour choices are always so bold. I absolutely love them. I could do with a little sort of channeling a little bit your colour spirit, I think, as I move forward into next year, because I think experimenting more with colour, being a little bit bolder, is something I definitely want to work on, as along with all my other things like blending and stuff. But yeah, Derek does Rita details so well as well. So you'll notice in his bushes, unlike me, we're puzzled by him. He's just coloured them. He's just banged colouring just like Rita does. And it works. That, I think, is the right way to do Rita's bushes. So yeah, I love it. And the blue of the sky. What is that blue? What is that blue? That is an amazing blue. I love it. So yeah, thank you, Derek, for colouring along. Again, I really appreciate it. Up next then, Caroline at the Arty Crafty Tart, which I love it when I get to say that because, you know, it's like I'm insulting her, but I'm not. You tart. So the first thing I noticed about Caroline's page was the halos that she put around the stars, because little details like that make me giddy. So I'm definitely going to try that. And she did it with an eraser. And I do a lot of things like that with my eraser. I take away from the page in order to create something. So that's how she did little halos around the stars, I believe, and I think it works really, really well. She's also got the blue into the greens for winter. I'm telling you, it's a vibe. And snow on the steps in this cabin. I absolutely love that. I don't think I've seen anybody do snow on the steps. I might be mistaken, but I noticed them straight away. I loved it. Lots of lovely, fluffy, deep snow on the steps up to the cabin. And then I didn't know what to do with that tree outside the cabin. Well, I didn't know whether it was a tree or a lamppost, but Caroline's turned it into like a lamp, a street lamp, if you like, or a garden lamp, with a tree of lights. It's beautiful. So I think it's a fantastic page, Caroline. Thank you so much for colouring along. And finally, we have Bamboo Cat Colours. This is Cat. Her page is different again. She's gone for a muted, beautiful muted winter palette. And I think this page, more than anything, sort of is an image of what a UK winter is like. So we're already feeling right now the dark nights have drawn in, aren't they? So it's like she's captured a time of day when it's just getting dark. So about 3:30, 4 o'clock here at the moment. And it's super cozy because of that. I think a grass work is excellent. If you take a look at that, that is how, in pages like this, if I'm not covering the grass in snow, that is how I would love my grass to look. So yeah, fantastic, that cat. And I love the autumnal colours in the foreground. So it's really captured, for me in the UK, right now in the UK, this few weeks where we're on the turn from autumn into winter. I think Cat's captured that beautifully. And I'm a sucker for a muted palette, me. So yes, 8 wonderful pages and mine. And I'm proud of it. I am proud of it. But you guys have it's lovely because I do these colour alongs, and really you're with me because we're having a natter. I don't think anybody's sort of really picking up any tips from me, and I wouldn't expect them to because I'm the beginner. But I get so much out of doing this for you. In seeing your pages, when you submit your pages after these colour alongs, it just gives me so much pleasure, and I get so many ideas from them, like the way Dana shaded her snow and then went around with gel pen. I just think that really works. That's a vibe. This frosty blues into frosty greens, that's totally something I'm going to carry forward onto my pages in December. And also being a lot more bolder with my colour choices. So yeah, you guys just inspire me. Every time we do something together like this, I get super inspired. So thank you for helping me welcome in winter, and I hope you have a fantastic December. I'll be doing another colour along, but I might go back to doing it this way where I put pages out for people to vote on in the new year. But I think for December we're all really busy. I'll probably do a colour along, but it's going to be more of a chatty thing. And if you want a colour along, you can. But there's, I'm not asking you to. I'm just keep me company, stick me on in background while you're colouring some fantastic winter pages, and I'll be chuffed to bits with that if you do. And don't forget, please drop comments under the videos. I love to get your comments on YouTube. That's the one place that I check daily to make sure I reply to everybody, and that's where I make most of my friends off the back of my videos in YouTube. And then we chat on Instagram, and it's wonderful. We have a colouring relationship going forward. But yeah, definitely still interacting with my videos is a wonderful thing, because the more you interact, the more people see it, and the community around my channel just builds, and that's what I'm here for. More friends in the colouring circle. Right, have a fantastic December. I'll finish my hot chocolate. It's gone a bit cold while I've been yabbering. I'll finish my Florentines. And I'm going to start work on maybe my completed pages video. So keep your eye out for that coming soon. Thanks ever so much. And thanks to the guys that coloured along and submitted the pages. You've all been amazing. Ta-da for now.